What it do, homies? We back here with some more death battle. This time we got Dante versus Clive. I don't know much about Clive, right? I know a ton about Dante. Been playing Devil May Cry since the very first one. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn up. You know, I see that a ton, but then I end up not knowing as much as I did because, you know, they do deep analysis here. So let's shut up, turn it up.
Versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time.
Dang, man, I remember when these graphics was tip-top shape, bro. You wasn't seeing anything. I wouldn't say it was the best thing. It's just, you know what I mean? Man.
Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude
the Netflix
and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
and regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through, basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips, and they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for...
All right, so, you know, I'm wondering how many of these weapons we gonna actually see in the final battle. Probably the ones that are named and everything, but was it Nivan? Nivan, I would like to see. Dr. Faust, okay. Some of these, you know, shotgun, you know, grenade gun, King Cerberus, Lucifer. See, these are the ones I would like to see in there.
Boxing and capoeira, and Nivan, guitar.
Yeah, I would.
An electric guitar.
Yeah. There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother, something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. but no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers.
Definitely tried to destroy the Demon King. That's what he just said at the beginning of what was it? Was it 5? Devil May Cry 5? Or was that 4? Right? I kept getting obliterated, thinking that I needed to win. You know what I mean? Just playing on games. I was like, maybe I was supposed to lose this. I should have known by then, but you know, my pride got the best of me.
That Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and 2 well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
I want to see what you did there. Okay.
Whiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news.
Banger
This battle is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open and your holiday playlist rolling with Raycon's essential open earbuds. These open ear earbuds let you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your favorite music, podcasts, and audiobooks.
Brandon Yates, of
Perfect
course.
for a job, commute, or hanging out.
Devil
Oh
inside.
yeah, they sound great, just as good as some of the big brands,
It's gonna
but
slap.
at half the price. They're super lightweight, and somehow they never fall out. It's like magic.
I think that's just good design.
It's magic.
Sure. Black Friday is just around the corner, and Raycon audio products are up to 30% off site-wide.
From everyday essentials to the latest releases, it's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting.
These early deals won't last long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to save on Raycon audio products
dance during these
site-wide.
times, but it's been a long day. Just go sit through the
Sit
ad,
down
chill.
as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield.
Oh.
A man destined
Okay.
to be a dominant.
I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I have played this game, but I have not beat it. Okay,
The host to a mighty guardian icon.
that's right.
Anybody who's a dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
Pick it
And
back up.
commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks and
Gave it to
instead
the little
picked
guy.
his sick little brother
Yeah.
Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman. able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby
That fight
will
was pretty
incinerate
cool.
the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside
Ifrit.
being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit, or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real
Where I left
problems
off at,
plaguing his world.
roughly.
Crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and
All right, I stopped playing this too soon. I honestly don't know. I think something else came out and I started playing it. It took my attention. These look pretty cool. Now, obviously, the story's gonna be spoiled for me a little bit, but gameplay. Just I'm not really a sucker for like I understand like people want a good story, but actually, I'm just a sucker for some good action. Good action game. It ain't got to be top of the line. Everything. Might have to pick it back up.
even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After
Clive wouldn't
Hold on. Hey, wait. What you over there? Hey. You just have an original thought? Nah, I'm out. you just rebelled. What did you just? I'm out.
be a puppet if God was in the game. That sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
The power
so
of
much so
friendship.
that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass, using his bonds with his brother,
Base
his
form?
friends, and his unbridled will. Clive killed God in a
Ooh, that might be the cloak. That might be the dagger right there. He did this in his base form. That Clive might be taking this.
giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Clive got this.
Except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Roll credits.
The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor,
Clive.
DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest fantasy game. DraftKings Pick 6 is the easiest way to play for big wins, with every possession giving you a shot.
Here's how. Just pick more or less on 2 or more stats and unlock the upside every game brings. Oh, also, new DraftKings customers score $50 worth in bonus picks with just a $5 entry on your first pick set.
Don't just watch basketball, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code DEATHBATTLE.
That's code Death Battle. Play just $5, get 50 in
Everybody
Pick
getting
6 bonus
sponsored by
picks. Make the
DraftKings
call.
these days.
Ride the upside.
In partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I don't gamble,
Help
so-
is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in
Legal
14
stuff. Gotta
days.
say this.
Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
At least the music was pretty good.
All right, the combatants
All right.
are set, and we've run the data through all
Clive
possibilities.
getting his victory, y'all.
It's time for a death battle!
It's not even gonna be a fight between two ultimates, bro. It's gonna be a fight between Dante's ultimate and Clive's base form, bro. Hold on, Clive's ultimate is gonna come out much sooner. Watch. Peep the
Hey,
Music
I heard
time.
your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now.
The music's
I have a
already
god
goated.
to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Let's rock!
This music.
Fancy yourself a bard?
This is fire. The hook. Kratos Hercules treatment.
No
Assess
hiding in the
this.
shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Hell is that?
Okay. Oh, both of them. So cool.
Virgil's got some competition.
Gerardo.
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do.
So the devil cries for more.
I love
Let's
that
give him
shot.
everything we've got. Joshua!
Different risen. Here we go.
I won't underestimate you.
draw?
Please. Just once. I need more.
He's gonna.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Jackpot! I need it Not bad. Not bad at all. After a fight like this, a god will be nothing.
Nah, see, I knew it. I knew it. And it's probably not for the reasons I think so. But as soon as I heard that he took on like the ultimate gods of all gods in his base form, that's when I had already knew it, right? So when it came down to the wire, everybody done exhausted all of their massive power. I'm sitting there thinking, well, at the end of the day, I think base form Clive is still stronger, you know, exhausted base. You know what I mean? So let's see though.
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close,
And it makes
but
you
I
crazy.
think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's
Endurance.
powers,
Okay.
making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge.
Off the power of
devil
friendship.
was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Ross.
The winner by the power, he said by his will, the power of friendship. That's what won him this battle.
Field.
Next time on Death
Come on,
Battle.
man. Oh, 25 finale.
Subscribe and join.
Oh, Yugimoto. What? No. This That's let me chill. Let me chill. Cause I know some of y'all down in the comments like, what you talking about, bro? Ash is that dude. No, Ash is not that dude, bro. Ash, Pokemon, or that dude. You know what I mean? But it does say Yugimoto. Like you didn't say Yami, right? You didn't say Yami. You talking about Yugi, right? Yugimoto, not the alter ego Yami, a Tim. We ain't talking about a Tim. So you gotta elaborate. You know what I mean? You gotta elaborate. Because if it's Yami, bro, yo, Ash gone, bro. Mind crush. He out of here. Shadow Realm instantly. That's a finale. That's gonna be interesting. But y'all let me know if y'all agree with the winner, right? It looked like it really did boil down to the power of friendship. You know, I'm gonna call a little BS on that, but you know, they provided their reasoning. So but yeah, let me know down in the comments. Dave's out.